good Tuesday, everybody. I'm meteorologist Ben Dery. Thanks for checking us out on Kare 11 Plus. One of the nicest days of the season is happening today. We've got nothing but sunshine. The wind is light from the north. We have low humidity, and temperatures are rising into the mid-70s. Absolutely perfect outside today. We're in the 70s today. Temperatures are forecast to be even warmer as we head into Wednesday. Temperatures in the mid-80s for forecast highs. Record high for Wednesday is 90. I don't think we're going to be close to that here in the Twin Cities, but some parts of southwestern Minnesota could very well be close to 90 degrees. Low humidity and once again, just as much sunshine. Our next chance for rain that arrives Thursday. Some evening and overnight thunderstorms are possible on Thursday. This is one of those borderline severe situations. Today's only Tuesday, so we're still several days away from this, but the second half of Thursday and especially Thursday night, that's when we expect some heavy rain and maybe some hailers to show up. Behind that cold front, we dry out quickly on Friday. That will lead us into a dry but certainly cooler weekend ahead with temperatures dropping back into the 50s and lower 60s. This is what we started the day off. Temperatures much warmer than the last couple of mornings. We were well above freezing around the Twin Cities. MSP only dropped to 45. Crystal dropped to 37. Did have some mid-30s for areas north of the Twin Cities, and further north you had to head all the way up across northern Minnesota to find any sub-freezing readings. So yes, much warmer, and that trend will continue likely through the rest of the week, and even through this weekend and early next week. Temperatures are still forecast to stay well above freezing. Here's our radar satellite composite. Looks like a still image because there's no clouds really to report. Much of Minnesota and Wisconsin cloud free except for a few fleeting showers and thunderstorms or near and southeast of the Milwaukee area. You have to head all the way basically up to Winnipeg before you find clouds, at least closer to us. Lots of sunshine, wall-to-wall bluebird sky day today, and that trend of sunshine will continue into tomorrow as well. Our Thursday weather system is showing up on our radar satellite composite. This big swirl you see right here off the west coast of the U.S., providing parts of central and northern California with a decent amount of rain and even some high elevation mountain snow for the Sierra Nevada. This weather system slowly moving inland over the next day and a half or so, eventually pushing over the interior. By the time we get into, say, Thursday morning, that weather system pushes into the central and northern plains, and that will bring us that chance for rain. Not only a rain chance, but also a chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms as well. Storm Prediction Center has us in that 3-day outlook. This is the severe weather outlook for Thursday. The areas in yellow, that is a slight risk for severe weather, basically a 2 out of 5 on the severity scale, with the main threats being hail, but an isolated tornado or two is possible. And the areas in green, that's a marginal risk for severe weather, mainly just near maybe borderline severe thunderstorms as we head into the tail end of Thursday. And this all as a cold front moves in from west to east. Let's zoom in a little closer. You can kind of see specifics here. This is still a couple of days out, mind you, so there will be some adjustments for the placement of this. But south central and southwestern Minnesota currently in that slight risk for severe weather for later Thursday into Thursday night. Let's fast forward to Thursday. This is microcast. Starting off Thursday morning, should be a dry start to the day. But as that cold front approaches from the west and as moisture starts to increase from the south, you could see some showers starting to show up later Thursday evening. Nothing super widespread until we get into the overnight hours. That's when the thunderstorms will start to blossom a little bit more. This is just after midnight Thursday night into Friday morning. You can certainly see more widespread showers and thunderstorms. And again, this is our chance at seeing some severe weather as well. By the time we wake up early Friday morning, that low will be spinning to our north and east. Maybe some morning showers as we head into the first part of Friday, but it looks like we'll dry out probably by mid, at least late morning on Friday, and we should stay dry from Friday afternoon through the upcoming weekend. But let's talk specific threats about the main weather impacts of this Thursday system. First off, heavy rain is possible. Forecast models are hinting at a ½ inch or better of widespread rain. And if we see some of those heavier thunderstorms over the same areas, we could see some locally heavier amounts. So heavy rain is the main threat. There is a marginal hail risk with this system, especially we'll call it late Friday afternoon into early Friday evening or Thursday evening, I should say, as those storms initially develop. And that best threat is over southwestern Minnesota. But if you are going to be out and about, just keep your rain umbrella handy because it's likely you are going to be needing it. Outside today, sunny, less wind than yesterday. That's why we don't have any red flag warnings in place. Light northerly breeze, generally less than 10 miles per hour. And you can see temperatures today rising into the mid-70s. 70s around the Twin Cities, stuck in the 60s and even 50s for parts of northeastern Minnesota. And notice the 80s creeping into parts of southwest Minnesota. So there's a warmer temperatures that continue to nudge their way in. Let's head into tomorrow. This is Earth Day, mid-80s around the Twin Cities, and there's the 90s that we're seeing across southwest Minnesota. And with the lower relative humidity and the warming temperatures, not to mention gusty conditions, we'll probably see elevated wildfire concerns over western and south central and southwestern Minnesota as we head into Wednesday. That threat should be fairly short-lived as that cold front moves through on Thursday, giving us increasing clouds, slightly cooler temperatures, and a threat for some late afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. Again, that's later Thursday. The rain clears out pretty early on Friday, though it still could be wet in places for Friday's morning commute. We dry out by the afternoon. A dry weekend is in the forecast, but notice that cold front will bring us those cooler temperatures. We'll call it seasonal, if not slightly cooler than average as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Nothing sub-freezing, nothing wintry in the forecast, but another chance for some widespread soaking rains. That's in the forecast for Monday of next week.